Good morning. So for today's video, I wanted to go back to my roots, which is my passion for skincare. I haven't done a skincare video in a long time, and I just wanted to go over my morning skincare routine. So let's get into it. So my skincare routine in the morning, especially, it's very simple. So first thing I do is using the La Mer The Essence Foaming Cleanser. This is my favorite cleanser of all time. And I don't need a second cleanse with this normally, but I do double cleansing. But for the morning, I have my skin prepped from the night, from the previous day with all my skincare, and the oils that develop at night actually are beneficial to your skin. I don't want to strip my skin of all these oils, so I prefer doing a very regular simple cleansing routine. So that's the one that I'm using, and actually it's pretty efficient because you could use this instead of double cleansing because it just removes everything. It removes makeup, oils, all excessive oils, and dirt from the skin. So it's very efficient. I've been using the your favorite X exfoliating pads from Wise Beauty. Those are fantastic, and honestly, they contain such a, like I said, exfoliating ingredients, and it's a chemical exfoliant. I just don't remember if it contains only lactic acid or also salicylic acid, but it has a bunch of chemical exfoliants in here, and those are actual pads. And now she came out with the refillable package you just put in, so you don't have to buy this component all the time. So that's a plus. Honestly, it reduces waste. I always make sure that I close this when I take one out because they could dry out. So I'll take one, and basically I'll use this. There's a little pad and an insert for the fingers. So I'll put that in, and I'll spread it all over my face. I'll do this every morning, and it is a great refresher. This stuff removes my self-tan like nothing. Like my facial self-tan doesn't last more than 2 days because of this stuff. It kind of removes it, which is good, but that means I have to frequently self-tan. So I will go in circular motions, and I will go do my chest. Actually, I would not recommend having jewelry when you're doing skincare, but it is what it is. And I will get the access for pretty much my body. Like, I'll do as much as I can. I'll try to do the shoulders, the neck, the chest, these areas. Okay. I don't waste any particle. Okay, so it is dry. So yeah, so we can just discard that. So once I'm done with this, I'll be using vitamin C, and this is from Agent Nature. It's amazing, and basically I'll be using the Oli water and this Oli C powder, which is a form of vitamin C, like I said, in powder form. So it's very potent, and it goes fantastic with these exfoliating pads. So what I'll do is, and this contains, it's rose water, I believe, so it's very hydrating. So I'll take, it's very messy unless you're in the sink, so I will definitely recommend being in the sink, but basically you will just disperse a little bit on your hand. Okay, this stuff is expensive, but it will last you for a long time. Okay, so that's that, and it will look like this, white powder. And then you will be using a few pumps of this. You will combine it together. And you will go all over your skin. And I'll do the same regions that I did with the pads. So you will go all over your face, even under your eyes. I go always under my eyes. This also removes my self-tan because it kind of widens your skin. It makes it lighter for sure because it's still an exfoliating. But yeah, it makes me very pale. It really works on your discoloration. And then it's very tacky, so under makeup works fantastic just because, like I said, it's very tacky. Yes, you see? Okay. Now, if I do have any pimples or anything going on, I'll be using the Forces of Nature Acne Pimple Rollerball Applicator. This stuff is amazing, and don't put it in places where it doesn't need to go. Don't use it for discoloration. Don't use it for healing acne. That means it's healing already. It's just remaining a little bit of the scar. This is not for it. This will dry out, will dry you out. There's tea tree oil in there. So you want to just pinpoint the areas where you have an active breakout, okay? This is not something that I would recommend if you have an ongoing acne problem. Those who have to go to a dermatologist and you might need prescription medication. It's not just cream form. It must be maybe oral. I've been through it, and unfortunately it's just the way it is. Until time will heal your acne and your hormones change and so on. This is not for an all over situation, not because it's not potent enough, it's because it is so potent that it will dry out your skin by the time it gets to the deeper level of the skin. So if you have cystic acne, which is very deep, this will take time to penetrate, and in the meantime it will dry out your entire region. So I would not recommend this, because this is more for superficial acne, even bigger pimples, but just on a more superficial than not. So I will use this in just in certain regions when needed. It smells like crazy. I use this sometimes around the lips. They do dry out your lips, so just be careful of the acne if it's around the lips, but it does work. As you can see, I'm not using eye cream, I'm not using moisturizer, because I use something else, which is called La Mer The Lifting and Firming Mask. That's for the face. I use this under my makeup all the time, and also use it when I'm not wearing makeup, and it is phenomenal. Does it hydrate my skin? Yes, it's a cream. It does hydrate. However, it's mostly for the pores, to improve the look of the skin, to have the feeling of being tight. That's it. That's your cream. That's what it's meant to be, and that's what it does. It does smooth your skin, so I do use it every single day instead of a moisturizer and instead of eye cream. It's a great primer. But like I said, I like to use it even though I'm not wearing any makeup, because it makes my skin feel good, and it's just it feels tight, and it just feels so smooth, and I like that. I don't like to have a crackling and dry skin. I like to have something that does hydrate and plump and smooth the skin. We want to talk about lips. To use the La Mer balm. It's $80, I believe, and I stopped buying it. It's very expensive. It does last forever, and it does work tremendously. I think there's nothing that works like that but it's so expensive. So that's probably why I stopped paying. That's probably why I stopped buying it, because it's just so expensive. I cannot justify it I can't justify it, honestly, even though it works fantastic. So I tried to find replacements. So I've been trying these from Auric. So this is the lip treatment. That's it's a nice component, actually. I like the applicator. It's clear base. Now this, I think, works for the summertime. It's very glossy, but it's not as hydrating as the La Mer balm. Actually, it's not even that moisturizing, in my opinion. If I do use a plumpers do tend to dehydrate my skin and my lip, so those don't work during the winter at all, or when you are using plumpers constantly, because they dry out your skin, they dry your lips. So this is a nice balm, but it's not as powerful as that La Mer balm. So I'm not going to be repurchasing this. However, from Auric, I've been using the Bare Plush Ritual, which is a lip treatment, but it does have a tint. So I've been using this on a daily. There was a point in which my lips were all peeling. The skin was peeling. Like I said, I use plumpers on a daily, and unfortunately, it did ruin my lips. It started, and then it's getting cold here, and unfortunately, my lips have been, peeling. So I've been using this daily since that one was not powerful enough. And even though I still have to use a decent amount, for the balm, La Mer balm, I have to use just a little bit. You don't need a lot. That's the beauty of La Mer. You need very little amount in order to get the job done. For this one, you need a decent amount. So I'll put it on and I'll show you. I mean, I think the color is not really for me. I would use this at night, and I would use this in the morning when I know I'm not going to be wearing lipstick, okay? Or if I want to hydrate the lips before lipstick, I will put this on maybe for an hour, and then I will take it off. And I'll put my lip stuff. I really like this applicator. I really do. It's a nice packaging, nice presentation of the product. Anyway, so it has also a good taste. Doesn't really smell much of anything. It's just that it feels so hydrating, moisturizing. Okay. So as you can see, it has a tint, and I think with the lip liner will look beautiful, but you know, I don't use it like that. So this is very efficient. There was, like I said, there was a one point in which I abused the plumpers, and my lips were peeling. I stopped the other product because it wasn't working. I was almost buying the La Mer again, and then I tried this product at night, and in one night, it completely changed my lips. My lips were completely smooth, no peeling, no dry skin. Amazing. Okay, so I think I did find a substitute, and you do get a lot of product, just I'm not sure how long it's gonna last. I've had it for 2 months, but I haven't used them constantly, so on a daily use, I'm not sure how it's gonna last. So maybe it's gonna last 2-3 months or so with daily use, but I have to say it's really worth your money, and it doesn't cost $80. So I definitely would advise you to check it out. For sure. That's it, guys. So that's my skincare routine for the morning. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you comment down below and let me know if you've used any of these products, and if you haven't, I'll definitely recommend them to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.